Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be showing you how I made this notch collar shirt, or you can call it a camp collar shirt. If this is what you're interested in, please watch the end of the video. I'm going to draft out this shirt on the pattern paper first before transferring to my fabric. So I'm going to mark out my full length plus my folding allowance. I'll make a mark. I'm making use of 27 inches plus folding allowance. So I'm going to connect this way. This will be serving as my shoulder. This will be placing my shoulder. The next thing, I'm going to mark 1 inches for button allowance, and I'm going to make a dot this way, and I'm going to take it down to the full length of this. After marking this, I am going to connect it with my ruler before taking my shoulder measurement. Please, if your shoulder measurement is 14 for a normal top, when cutting a shirt, please make it 16. Like if your shoulder measurement is 16 for your normal top, when cutting your shirt, make it 18 inches, because where shirt sits is not where your normal top sits. I don't know if you understand. So now I'm going to take my shoulder measurement from this line. All my measurements will be starting from this button allowance line. So now I'm going to take my shoulder measurement, shoulder divided by 2. Then I'm going to come down this way by 1 inch for my shoulder slant, and I'm going to connect it back to this line. I'm going to take the neck measurements now. I'll be using 3 inches for the width, starting from my button allowance line, 3 inches. I'm also going to make the depth 3 inches. And I'm going to connect this way. And I'm going to extend it to my button allowance just like this. So the next thing, I'm going to take my chest line. I'm going to mark out my chest line. Here we are not using armhole line because it's a shirt and it's free. So you just take your chest line or your bust line from here. So I'm going to connect it down this way. Yes, I'm going to connect it from my shoulder measurement down to the chest line, just for a guide. I'll connect it down this way. Then afterwards, I'm going to take my bust measurements, bust divided by 4. I'm going to place it here, and I'm going to add 2 inches closing allowance. When taking a measurement for your shirt, please don't make it tight. Let it be free unless you want it to be tight. So right now, from my bust line, I'm going to take it down. Whatever thing I get at my bust, I'm going to take it down, because this shirt doesn't have a shape at the waist or anything. So I'm just going to take it down to my full length this way. If it was a fitted shirt, there would have been a waist measurement and all that. But it's just a free shirt, so all you need is your chest measurement. That's your bust measurement. The next thing, I'm going to get the midpoint of this armhole line. I'm going to get the middle point, and I'm going to make a mark there. Then from that point, I'm going to come in by 1/2 inch. This to help me curve the armhole proper. So now I'm going to use my curve ruler and curve the armhole. And after that, cut the front piece out. After cutting this out, I'm going to use it to trace the back part. This is the back piece, and I'm starting my measurement for the back, starting from this button allowance. I'm going to minus this button allowance. As you can see, I placed it minusing the button allowance, because the back doesn't have any button allowance. So now the only difference from the front and the back is just the shoulder aspect and the neck depth. So from the shoulder side, I'm going to go up by 1.5, and this should also be in slanted form. I'm going to go up by 1.5 this way. After connecting the dots, I'm going to take my ruler, I'm going to place it this way, and just for a guide, I'm going to take it straight. Then after that, I'm going to connect the dots in a slanted form this way. When I'm done with that, I'm going to connect it to the front part of this, like this. Then after that, the next thing is the neck depth for the back. I'll be making use of 1 inch for the neck depth. I'm going to place my tape this way, 1 inch, and then I'm going to, the width remains the same, but the depth will be 1 inch. So now I'm going to take my tape, I'll make a mark like this, and then I'm going to curve it this way. And that's it for the back piece. The next thing is to cut it out and then transfer it to the fabric. After cutting it out, this is it. So the next thing is to transfer it to the fabric. I've gone ahead to transfer this to the fabric, and I cut my fabric on fold. The pattern paper I used in drafting wasn't on fold, but when cutting on your fabric, make sure it's cut on fold. As you can see, the front part was on fold, that's 2, and I cut it open. Then the back part was also on fold. So I'll go ahead now to cut the facing I'll be using to turn the button allowance for the front. This is it. This is 5 inches wide, and the length will be the shirt length. Five inches wide. You can make yours 4 inches wide, but I decided to make mine 5 inches wide so to cover well. So the next thing, I'm going to take my front part and I'm going to place it on top this way. Then I'm going to cut out the neck line. I'm going to cut here out this way. This is what I'll be using to turn the neck so it to be neat. The next thing now, I'm going to take my tape. I'm going to place 2.5, that's where I'll be closing. 2.5 from this starting point here. And I'm going to make a notch here. So I'm going to sew from that end to that 2.5 before attaching my collar. Let me spread this out so you understand what I mean. I'm going to open this up now, and I'm going to take the facing, I'll place it this way. That's the front side meeting the front side. So now from this end, what I mean, I'm going to sew from this end to that 2.5 inches I made. That's from here now to this 2.5 inches I made. I'm going to close it up, and I'm going to close this part as well. So I'm gonna head to close this, is what I mean. From here to here, I've closed it, and I'm going to flip this over so you see. So now I'm going to bring the back piece and I'm going to close it. The front meets front. this way, and I'm going to close it before attaching the collar. Okay, so I'm gonna head to close the front and the back. This is what it looks like. This is what the shirt will be looking like when I'm done. It will be overlapping each other this way. And if you notice, the back shoulder is extended to the front. This is totally normal. This is because of the 1.5 inches we extended while drafting this. This is actually how a proper shirt should look like. So the next thing now, I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to go around this for the collar now. From this end here, from this point now, I am going to take my tape and I'm going to go around over to the other side of the neck to this point, and what it gave me was 14.5, as you can see. So now I'm going to cut a piece for this. So this is 8 inches wide, and the length should be based on the neck. 8 inches wide. I folded it into two this way, then I will also fold it this way into four. So now I'm going to take my neck measurement, 14.5 divided by 2 this way. I'm going to place it and I'm going to make a mark straight, and this is 4 inches wide on a fold. I'm going to make a mark this way. So now at this end, because my neck is not straight, for the neck I'm going to go in this way by 1 inch. This to help curve the neck part. That's where I'll be attaching to the shirt. I'm going to go in by 1 inch. Then from here I'm going to just divide it to get the midpoint of this 7.5, and I'm going to connect it this way. So the next, I'm going to add half an inch here for closing allowance. If you don't add this half an inch, when after closing, your collar will shorten. So it's advisable to add that half an inch for your closing allowance. And I'm going to cut it out this way. The next thing now, you can decide to add an interface to this, but it's advisable to add an interface to this. This is it. So I'm gonna head to iron an interface on this. I'm going to close this up from this end to this end, leaving half an inch at the tip. Going to close half an inch this way. I'm leaving half an inch here. I'm not going to close it up to the end. From here also, close it up, leaving half an inch here. Don't close totally. So now I've gone ahead to close. I'm going to make a notch at this end. Make a notch for ease. And if you notice, I did not close this down to the end. I'm going to turn this over now. Look at it, I did not close it to the end. So I'm going to turn this, then iron it out before fixing it to the shirt. The next thing now is to fix it. First off, I'm going to make a notch at this part. That's where my 2.5 inches sewing stops. I'm going to make a notch. This notch is for ease, so when joining the collar, I will not find it difficult joining the collar. So I'm going to make a notch here. Just cut it open a little. I'll repeat something for this other side. I'll make a notch. This notch is very important so you don't face difficulty when joining your collar. When making yours, you understand why this notch is very important. So the next thing now, I'm going to start attaching my collar. starting from this end. I'm going to take one side. I'll open up this. That's why we did not close it to the end. I'm going to open it up, take one piece, and I'm going to place it this way. I will attach it here. I'm going to pin this down. Then take this other end, open it up this way. And I'm also going to pin this down. So now it's to sew, but before we sew, from this end now, to make your work really neat, before you sew, I'm going to shift this other part, shift it away this way. Then take this extra fabric remaining from this side, take it and flip it over this way before sewing down to the other side. This will make your work neat. Let's go over it again. This is it. Before sewing, we're going to place it this way, shift this other side, and shift this away from it. Then take this remain of this other side and flip it across this way, and then sew. This will make your work really neat. I'm going to sew. So I've gone ahead to sew. See what it's looking like. It's looking neat already. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to close up this other part. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to fold it in this way, fold it in, and I'm going to place it like this. And then run a tiny stitch, please, a tiny stitch. This work needs to be as neat as possible. While pushing these rough edges inside, I'm going to sew to the end of this side. So I'm going to do this now and bring this back. Please, if you're here to subscribe to my channel, do well to subscribe to the channel. So this is it. I'm done. See how neat it's looking. So the next stage now is just to attach your sleeve, close it up, and give it a proper ironing. And that's it. So I'm going to place it so you see. This is it. So I'm going to fold the neck this way, and then this is it. Give this a proper ironing, add your sleeve, attach your button, and it's done. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're yet to do so, give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and don't forget to share as well. See you in my next video. Bye.